Still hardest difficulty, still no save scumming. Just reloading if I deem it necessary and pretty much in a way that doesn't, what's it called? Influence Jenks much. Anyway, let's end this scenario and continue. Also, sprouting potatoes, I would like to point out, point out again, you can name units after yourself. It's true for every viewer. I'm just telling you because you're the newest viewer. So, we've just taken the south pass out of Stormvale, or at least we are trying to traverse the south pass, and Stormvale is lost. A harrowing escape. The Argus Remnant must have flanked us even further to the east. They are already holding the mouth of the pass. We have to get out of the mountain pass before winter comes, or we're all doomed. Father, I wish you were here. I drop the sentiment and pick up his sword. There's plenty of fighting ahead of us. You won't get any further than this, meat. Defeat all enemy leaders. So, what's important is they literally said defeat of all enemy leaders. It's not good enough to bring my leader down here, so they can... Wait, I think I read out stuff too early because only now it showed me that the viewers joined. Anyway, the scenario objectives are to defeat all enemy leaders. It's not good enough to just move my units down there. And what Yotenda was asking just now, what was this changed? And I have no idea what you're talking about. I think you will have to be a bit more specific to for me to understand what the question even is. Like, I don't know what you're asking me. I know the objectives. The question was apparently if the objectives of this scenario have been changed, and my answer is no, they have not. It's always been like this. So, by the way, I've gotten a horseman that has like 1 XP, seemingly not worth to recall, but horsemen have an income, have a cost of 23 gold, and recall cost is only 20 gold, so recalling this guy, okay, 3 XP actually, this guy is cheaper than recruiting a new one. Similar, not exactly the same with mages, but almost the same, like they cost exactly 20 gold if recruited. Just as much as they would cost if you recalled them. You know, I'm going in against 200 gold on each enemy. And I've got a healer. That's important. That's very important. I will try to create another healer this scenario, but I cannot make promises. Even one healer is very vital right now. Who goes there? Burin the Lost. Who be ye? I'm Prince Haldrick. We have little time to talk. We must make haste through the pass. What are you? I'm a dwarf, you fool of a boy. I got lost while exploring deep underground almost a century ago. I never found my way home. But it seems nice enough here. Nice? The orcs have come and we must flee. Orcs! It's been a long time since I felt a satisfying crunch of one of those under my axe. Time for a fight! You fought orcs before? Fool boy, where did you grow up? Enough of this, let's get some orcs. Useful. So yeah, I can only agree with your tender there. This scenario without a healer is pretty much a pain. So my idea right now is to bait this guy to attacking me. so I can fight this one without any back of those guys or any back of this guy, and then preferably take those 3 villages for myself soonish. That would be quite useful. Let's go. Like those, the Wesnoth or Outlaw units, I just recruited for the heck of it so I can also level them up. They have no specific purpose right now except a footpad who's gonna take that village you can see over here on the mini. So they didn't hit me, also they did attack me, but they didn't manage to hit. I did prepare for the chance of them hitting me with placing my healer next to my horseman. So yeah, it's lucky that it didn't happen, but it's not like I was unprepared for it. So this one will almost certainly attack this guy because force a level up, so I can't use them to basically block enemy units from advancing, because they do not dare to actually level them up. Like that was an actual problem in a previous instance of Wesnoth. But it also means that I can now predict who they are going to attack, and yeah, basically keep my units safe. If they manage to hit 3 times, I'm in trouble, but it's not that likely. Like, it's still a risk I frankly shouldn't really take. I should have backed up a little bit more, but it is what it is right now. Okay, 11 damage. Damn, let's take this one down. What am I gonna do? My bet is to level up this guy, healing any damage dealt to him, and, well, making my unit secure and safe. It's a bit dicey with this guy around, but I think it's a bet I'm gonna win. At least it's a calculated risk. Like, if I notice, okay, I totally misjudged how much damage they can deal, I would probably reload and try a different strategy. But if it works out, depending how closely it worked out, I won't reload. But if I noticed, oh, this worked only out because they missed every single hit, sometimes I actually reload that foot. So why did I pick the Javeliner? I picked him for the short-term benefit. Like, I need him now, I need him in this scenario, and not later or earlier, or not in a scenario far in the future where I could level up to level 3. He is stronger somewhat than the other level 2 versions because this is his last level. And yeah, that's pretty much that is also the advantage that, no, not advantage, but the thing is I like collecting units. And yeah, like I want preferably one of each kind in my army. And for that to happen, I have to pick a Javeliner too at some point. Like this one, for example, he is strong in intelligence, so I would never pick him for a max to go for a unit that has max level in level 2, because that would be just a waste of the trait. But this guy is just strong and quick. So he doesn't suffer as much from it. So I can be so aggressive because most of the enemies haven't even arrived yet. So it's gonna be some time before anything happens. Or they can actually pose a threat to me. Especially now that dawn is started and it's almost day. Like I can very much crush the stuff they've thrown at me at this point. And yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Shame. Kill. Those guys first. Just like this. Also this guy, because otherwise they heal and I don't want that. Then leave this guy here so I can keep my village that's being threatened by this guy. And just punch this one in the face. Like during daytime, the heavy infantry are pretty much invincible against those level 1 units. Chaotic level 1 units. Oh yeah, what's nice about the Javelina is, of course, is also that he has first strike, just like the pikeman. So yeah, that's nice too. Now I just have to, like I say just, but I basically have to take the enemies down as fast as possible, so they do not actually accumulate numbers that could overwhelm me in any way. Bye. Ooh. And yeah, for this one I'm also going for the Lancer, actually just for fun. I do not have any pressing issues I have to solve right now, so I can very much daytime, life is good. Like this scenario plays very differently if you have some gold available, some carryover. Like as I said in the previous one, I went full XP farming in the previous scenario and had no carryover at all, which meant I was not able to field any serious army, and I had to struggle and optimize so much by still not achieving anything. This one can reach there, so I won't go out there and attack this guy. And since Vertana was just saying that they really want to save that poor footman. Then I have to reset just now because of so much poison. Poison is annoying, which is why those guys are basically a priority target to me. Words. Yes, this guy. Okay, like this looks nice. Only one of them can attack. How much damage can this one? 6. That's maybe a bit much. And I'm going to put this one in over here so this one can just sneak around and attack me. And I think this can work. So yeah, this is a target for them which they can reach, where they can deal damage, but not killing damage. So I don't really mind them attacking me there. So Sprouting Potatoes was just saying that they don't get why Wolf Riders have 0% resistance to PS and that it should be less. And my question is, why should it be less? Like seriously. Like why do you claim that they should have less than 0%? So you're saying mounted units tend to have negative resistance to PS. Pretty much every other mounted units you see is horses. Horses are pretty tall. Note that's the wrong unit. At night are pretty tall and basically easier. A good what's it called? It's easy to pierce them, literally. While goblins and wolves, where are they? Wolves are kinda flat compared to most other units, making it, and they have their fur, which you have to pierce if you want to literally pierce them, which horses lack. Like, I don't think I can make a great and compelling argument about why it should be like this or not. It's also not my job to do, actually, so I just won't do that. Just units over here. Actually, like this. Yeah, I think this should work. So I'm gonna save here because I think this is a winning, so-called winning formation, but already a surviving formation, and if I adjust it, it will probably just minor adjustments and nothing like redoing the whole thing. And I see no point in restarting the whole turn just to make a small adjustment. Sprouting Potatoes was asking if Wolf Riders Kill by Plague turn to mounted walking corpses or then into wolf walking corpses. The answer is wolf walking corpses, like I can show you. Wolf to wolf, not in mount. I'm pretty sure it's wolves and not mounted. See? I think that answers the question. And now you get why. Basically went back to turn from replay point of replay side. I never reloaded anything. Okay, let's try those guys, preferably. Die? Come on, die please, thanks. Okay, please. So I think I will have to redo this turn because I feel like I have no idea what I'm doing right now. And that usually means something wrong. Like I feel like I'm all over the place with it. I'm certainly not making very good use of my health. And this is done. I risked my pikeman, I risked my javelin, I'm risking my white mage, I'm risking literally everything. And even if it did work out on all fronts, it would be pretty dumb. So I'm not gonna do that. Instead, there's nothing wrong with just backing off a little bit more. I'm actually thinking that maybe I should have backed off a bit more in previous turn. Like, I'm not 100% sure, but it might have made it easy. So yeah, he gets poisoned. So what? There's a 70% chance to dodge. So that's great. Oh, this one can reach. Did work out, that's totally safe. Like, now I spread the damage. That did happen way better than previously. And no one died. And only one unit was actually in danger of dying. So yeah, that's nice. Shame. So I don't really need to save Burin quite yet, because he's just that tanky. So instead I'm just gonna taking those guys down. Like this. And this. Those guys can't reach. Just gonna put this one over there. I totally could put this unit over there, but there is a small chance, a small one, but a chance of this guy dying if I did that, so I'm gonna do that. Just gonna move them over there so they're closer to my healer. Oh, I kinda forgot about this, but that's actually not a worry, because the objectives I only lose if Prince Haldrick dies. No, no, no! I'm not gonna, like, just demonstrate. Okay, so even if she dies, she's just gonna survive actually. And I would like to see how can I do better than this. I do not want to risk my mage, because mage is important. So first of all, I focus this guy with my mage, of course. Both of them with my mages. Then, just to save this guy from the poison damage, I'm gonna pretty much kill him like this. And this. And that's way safer. Sure, this one is gonna suffer from poison damage, but really, why should I care? It's not poison damage that can actually... They are so well protected, they have nothing to worry about. And see? Now I've created a situation where none of my units will die, and I actually have finished off more of my enemies and healed my units better. Just with some simple adjustments. So I'm gonna put them here so they can get next to the actual fight there. So note that those guys have a 60% chance to dodge on hills, which is why my mages to do the job. Annoying. Then finish off this one. XP, villages, all the nice stuff basically. Oops, click. over there. Perfect. And again, it's daytime. Now it's night daytime. No one will die. I've pretty much obliterated everything the enemies sent to me, and from now I can pretty much just progress. Meaning, I've got more than enough time to finish the scenario. Shame. Shame. Just to be sure, let's remove this guy so there is no danger at all of him dying. Like, that would be pretty awkward. Okay, let's keep going. I foresee the only dangers at this point are me being inattentive. And bye. Group. I want to keep moving the healer so they can actually keep moving. Boom. And another village. Right, and that footpad is still in the staring contest with the Bolt Rider. Technically, there is a chance of that footpad just dying to him if he hits during the nighttime, because it's 10 damage if they hit, but as long as that doesn't happen, I'm not really. Okay, I think I should be a bit slower with this unit, because the other units aren't that fast either. Also, Prince Harrick is already a level 2 unit. By the way, I completely forgot to read out the description. The noble fighter is young and brash, fighters fight with his sword, and are vulnerable to ranged attacks from enemies. However, they have the potential to become great commanders one day. The rank of a noble commander is held by those who lead battle groups into combat. Possessing leadership skills, they give lower level units in advanced attacks improved performance in combat. Commanders are best skilled with the sword, although they also carry a bow to use when necessary. If the commander is lost, so is the battle. So your attendant was asking me now what campaign I'm gonna play after the Rise of Wesnoth, and the answer is very likely to Lands Unknown, because, well, I did tell the author that I'm gonna play it. I also did say on Discord that I'm gonna play it, so there's more reasons to me playing it than not. And well, to Lands Unknown, just for those who don't know, received a huge upgrade on visual stuff, which looks amazing, by the way, which I just basically want to showcase to people. No healer yet, that's a shame. But let's keep going. Just have to pay attention to this Warfighter that he doesn't just steal all my villagers. Which is why I sent this guy back, and no, I'm not gonna charge this one during the night. Alright, those guys. I can bait exactly one like this, and that's perfect for my... Okay, let's keep going. Ow, this might hurt. Alright, Utena asks answer to my answer that it's understandable and that Lands Unknown does indeed look even better than in the past. Like it's visually the most daring campaign of Wesnoth. And it's an add-on campaign where it really pushed to the limit what you can do. Okay. Another healer. Yeah, so yeah, this one joins the battle, but it's daytime. So many numbers. I'm not really bothered by that. By the way, the Westfolk outcast. Born into the Westfolk aristocracy, she and her people were excluded from society by the lords, which betrayed their loyalty when a war against Haldric's people was being lost. This outcast still conserves her nobleness in her veins, and on the battlefield she has earned valuable experience, which she can lend to her people for turning a fight in their favor. Just reading this out before I level it up. Westfolk lady, born. So it's basically the same. She has earned valuable experience, which continues increasing with time, as does her natural leadership. So yeah, I really want those guys gone, which is why I'm going melee attacks against them. Also remember, those guys are loyal unit, so upgrading them doesn't cost me any upkeep. Any more upkeep than. So it's nighttime, so it's not exactly a good time to attack the enemy leaders. I can try to bait one of them, maybe. But I'm not that sure if it's even a good idea. Yeah, let's first of all take all their stuff. So this is actually going way faster than expected. I'm debating with myself if I'm going to play one more scenario or not. To the southeast is the River Road and to the southwest the Midlands. Just saying. Village. Kill. I said kill. So maybe they are willing to attack this one because he has relation and he's not a high chance to dodge attacks. We will see. We will see. So I'm moving this one over there just in case that this Wolf Rider tries to take that village over there. And I wouldn't want to lose it. Okay, so this one is not falling for any bait. Which is a shame. Certainly means that I have to advance on this guy. Oh right, I almost forgot about this guy. So yeah, 60% chance to dodge is a lot. So I'm not hitting that much. So yeah, nighttime is almost over. First of all, I make sure that this guy cannot recruit anymore, even if they might be able to recruit money-wise. So yeah, no one else is needed down there, that's for sure. So this guy can deal up to 15 damage to this one, so that's a bit too much. Especially with this one in. So I'm putting this one sort of as a bait over there. If this one dares to attack, I could just, well, he would be in a river and I would have very good cards to defeat them. Yes, shouldn't forget this guy. So this is, I don't really plan on attacking with the Javelin here. Instead only with those two guys, and so those are the only two who will need a healer. Then, goodbye. First, enemy as well. During daytime I can totally just attack him on my own. You retrieve 50 pieces of gold. Come and get it! Die, human! Uh-oh. So yeah, I did not account for those guys. But actually whatever, it's daytime, so they're not that threatening. Like, very much annoying, no question. But not that threatening. Also, this guy received gold when I defeated this guy. Something I absolutely need to account for. First things first. I still have to pressure this guy. And now the idea is to basically choke him out of place while he tries to get more units. Also remove those assassins. Now. Like this. So here he's, let's say it like this, he's not able to do anything in the near future. So yeah, nope. I'm not gonna attack this guy, that's for sure. And by as well. Yeah, it's looking good. But for now, I do not really dare to attack this guy. Just saying. Just in case you're wondering why am I not attacking him, I do not dare to. But daytime again. So even if I fail a couple of hits, not dead. He's far less of a threat. And that's why those shock troopers are so very much valuable, including this Javelina, by the way, ranged attack. And this guy, this one. I mean, this one still needs, let me calculate, 68 XP. And this one far more, so yeah, this guy. You retrieve 50 pieces of gold. Now, should I go southeast on the river road or southwest through the Midlands? The river road crosses the swamp of Easton, so I doubt that even orcs would go there. The Midlands were nice, but who knows what's going on there now? So there's choice. We go through the Midlands, or I think I'll take the river road. And personally, I am going to take the river road. It's a good chance to develop my mages. Yep. Good. The Midlands are probably an orc-infested ruin by now. Swamp? I'm under 5 feet tall and I don't float. Ah, have it your way. We've escaped the pass. Now, well, at least I know that the orcs can be beaten. I suppose that this is the last I'll see of my home. And my father. We should make our way to South Bay. It is the largest city on the Isle. We should be able to make a stand there. Failing that, there's always Clearwater Port. So, and Yutena agrees 100% with the dwarf that swarms are not fun. Well, right now, I'm gonna take a break. And I think like 20 minutes or something, so I should be back at 16 Universal Time C, whatever the C stands for. UTC, basically. Yeah, for now, I take a 20-minute break. Any questions or something? Did you think I reloaded too much, or did you think the way I reloaded was bad? Something. Was the music loud enough? Like, I do not know. So if no one's saying anything, I'm gonna say goodbye for now and see you back at 16 UTC. That's in 20 minutes. See you.